Hello, whoever entered. Welcome to my live. Just doing a quick pop up to see if anyone will join me. Trying to get set up still. As much as possible. Hello, guys. Hey, there you guys can see kind of sort of what I'm doing here. I am working on the head that wears the crown. It's a really hard diamond painting for me to work on. I originally bought the diamond painting for my father, who was alive when I purchased this diamond painting, and he is no longer with us. He passed away July 12th, 2021. He was going to be 69 this year. December 20th, he would have been 69 years old. So I've had a pretty rough year, so I haven't done any lives lately. I've been trying to work and make a living, I guess. Trying, after the word trying. Crap. Sorry, guys, but I forgot a trick. I'll do it. And I am back. I've had a pretty interesting few weeks. I got a new job. Well, it's not really new anymore, but it was new. I had two new jobs. One of them I ended up quitting due to being too stressed at it. My anxiety was getting the best of me. I felt like I was walking on eggshells around the people I was working with. I felt like I couldn't talk freely about what was on my mind or what was going on in my life. It was a doggy daycare. I understand the dogs are pretty important, and yes, you need to talk about the dogs and what's going on in front of you, what's going on around you with the dogs and stuff. But I think you should also be able to talk about what you did last night or what you're doing that weekend. Open communication, not just strictly dog business. Yes, like I said, I do understand the dogs are pretty important. You gotta make sure that they're on your mind and you're paying attention to what they're doing and talking about what's going on with the dogs, or that's understandable. But I just felt like, I don't know, I guess kind of isolated, because when you're in the small group of dogs, you're the only one in that group. And the only time people come over to talk to you is when they're coming to let you on break, or they're coming over to give you a bag that they had to clean up a mess on their side, or they're coming over to talk to you about another dog. They never talk to you about, like, I don't know, it's just, it wasn't my cup of tea, I guess. I'm kind of mad at myself for quitting it now, because now I don't have a paycheck every week like I had. But I still have a paycheck every other week. I work at a concert venue, which there I actually do get to talk about, like, what concerts are coming up and what's on my mind. We get to talk about the music that's going on or the band that's playing at that night at the venue. Yes, we need to keep an eye out, like, on the fans, make sure they're doing what is appropriate of them to do. Like, when you're in a spot in the pavilion where the seating is, you gotta make sure that you ask everybody that walks by you to show you their ticket stub to prove that they're allowed to be in the pavilion. When you're at the gate, you have to make sure that the person walks through the melody detector, and if it goes off, you have to wand them. You have to scan their ticket to make sure that they're at the right place, right time, right concert. On Sunday night, you had to keep an eye on your surroundings because the type of concert that was going on, there was a lot of party drugs that happened at this particular concert. Last Tuesday, I went on a trip with the venue, which we had a lot of fun at. Everybody that went had a lot of fun. I know it's late, so that's why nobody's really showing up for this live. It is 1:32 in the morning here in Indiana. But yeah, that's what's going on with me. I'm doing DoorDash, and mostly I'm doing DoorDash and the venue, the music hall venue. But I also have Instacart. But I don't really do Instacart. I used to like Instacart, but now that I found DoorDash, it seems easier. You just run into the restaurant, grab the food, leave, and take the food to its final destination. Easy money, from what I can I don't know who's all in here. How is everyone's day that's in here? I'm trying to see, you guys can see the square this right here that I'm working on. There we go. Maybe that's better. There you guys go. Maybe that's better too. Maybe not. Try to make it better for you guys to be able to see it better. But Okay, I'm done with this color. I started this done painting on 6/22, but I'm also working on Afternoon Tea, which is by Randall Spengler. It's a dragon painting. And I'm also working on this one off and on and off because, like I said, this one is kind of difficult to work on due to it was originally for my dad. It's a lion painting, and I used to call my dad. His name was Leo, Leo, and I used to always call him Leo the Lion. So it's kind of special now. 7 to 8 days after my dad passed, my bird passed. His cage is behind me. That's why you guys don't hear him going crazy like you normally do in my videos, because he's no longer with us. He passed away, I think it was like 7 or 8 days after my father passed. I woke up, it was on a Tuesday. It was actually 8 days to the date my dad passed. It was 8 days after my dad passed away. I woke up, it was like 11:30. Hey Vivka, thank you for coming to my live. I know it's kind of, I don't remember if it's early there or late there in Australia, but thank you for coming. But yeah, about 8 days after my dad passed, my bird died. I woke up and I always go say hi to him every morning. I always ask him, what you doing? It's his favorite thing to say. He goes, what you doing? But I walked over and yeah, it's 1:37 here on, well, it's Tuesday morning here at 1:32 in the morning. I'm getting kind of confused about my days, but I think it's, yeah, it's Tuesday. So when I woke up, I went in to feed him and say good morning to him, and he was laying on the bottom of his cage, barely breathing. So this was on a Tuesday. I called up, I think it was like 2 or 3 different vets, and every vet that I called, their specialty person for exotics, because birds are considered an exotic animal, an exotic pet. So then I called them up and I'm like, hey, my bird's not doing too well. Is there any way I could bring him in to have him checked out? I think he has an upper respiratory infection and he's laying on the bottom of the cage and he's barely breathing. And they're like, well, our vet's not in today. I'm like, well, that sucks. They're like, see what you can do, see what you can do, see if you can keep him warm, keep rubbing, giving him like, it was kind of like CPR kind of deal when you like give him like rub chest, like keep rubbing him, keep him alive. So I found a hand warmer, which they get pretty warm. Don't know if you really know what a hand warmer is, but they get pretty toasty. So I took that, I activated it because it has like charcoal in it that activates, that keeps it nice and warm. So I activated that in my hands, got it to where it was, really, really warm. I took a hand towel. I wrapped up the hand warmer in the hand towel. Then I took another hand towel and I placed my bird on top of the hand towel that had the hand warmer in it. And then I placed the other hand towel over top, not on his head, not over his head or anything, but on top of the bird, kind of like a blanket. And I held him and I kept rubbing him, trying to keep him nice and warm. Well, by 2 o'clock, I called my mom. I was kind of upset. I wasn't really crying at this point because I was hopeful and praying that he would make it through the day. And then the next morning, I would rush him to the vet as soon as the vet opened. Because we also here in Indiana, we don't have an emergency bird vet, like a exotic vet. We do have an emergency dog and cat vet, but we don't have an emergency exotic. And everybody said to me, well, can't this be like an emergency situation where they can call a vet in and have him seen? And I said, well, I tried that. I begged and pleaded with the woman, and she said, there's nothing I can do. You're doing the best you can for the animal. Well, by 2 o'clock, he was gone. And then, so then I did the next step, which is find someone who would cremate my bird. There's this place that's called, it's like All Above or Heaven Above or something like that. The nicest people I've ever met. Very genuine, very heartfelt. Made me feel like my bird made me feel like my bird was their pet. And yes, I had tears in my eyes. So I called the exotic vet and I was like, okay, well, how much is it for me to cremate my bird from you guys? And they're like, well, it's like $300, and it's pretty pricey from them. And they're like, well, you can call the place that we use to cremate. So I looked around and the place I found was 55, I think, dollars. So I had the money and I was like, well, I went ahead and went there the next morning and handed him over in his little box that I had him in. I had him in like a pet carrier. And they said, and of course, my dog got a hold of him the night before because I wasn't thinking, a beagle who does hunting. I never thought that she would try to harm basically a dead animal. Well, I was stupid. I left him on the floor in the box. She got in the box. We thought she ate him. Thank God she didn't. All she did was hide him. No, he was still intact. Thank God. Then, so I took him in there and I was like, yeah, he has a broken neck at this point because I wasn't that very smart, wasn't really thinking, and my dog got a hold of him. They're like, well, you're very lucky that the dog didn't try to eat him, and it could have been a really big disaster. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Thank God she didn't do that. So then took him in there and I handed them him, and I told him I really appreciate everything they're going to do for me. And they said, well, he'll be ready by the following day. He was already ready the next morning. This was like Thursday afternoon, so Friday morning, I got up, ran over to where he got cremated, and picked up his ashes. And if you give me a minute, yes, you guys see me. Hi. And yes, I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow. But hold on a second. And yes, you guys see my other stuff. See right there, right there is his cage, right behind me. Well, here is, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. This is his, I'm looking over to see if you guys can see it very well, but this right here in my hand is his claw point print. This right here says, and on it says, God has you in his arms, I have you in my heart. That's where my bird is right now. That's where his ashes are. And then I'll show you guys what we did to my mom on Thursday. Well, one of these items I'm giving my mom. The other ones, well, two of these items I'm giving my mom. And this one item I'm keeping. This is, it says Clementine. That's his bird feather they took off of him before they cremated him. This is the can they gave me for his ashes. I'm giving this to my mom. It has more ashes in it. And she can put it in a urn herself or whatever she chooses to do. And then this right here, it's called Forever Above, the place that I got this done at. Hello, whoever entered. I'm showing stuff about my birdie. And this, which you can't do very well, but that is a imprint of his paw, his claw. So I have that for my mom. This claw print. I'm keeping the impression on the stone because technically he was my bird, but my mom took care of him for like 12 years. So I think it's only right to, I'm gonna go back to my painting now. I think it's only right to give her some of his memories. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but I think it's right. And then I also have some other things I can show you guys, which are very important to me. Let me look this up again. Hello, we're back again. Alright. So then also I have, this is where my dad's gonna be when I get some of his ashes. It says, your wings were ready, my heart was not. Your wings were ready, my heart was not. So that's where my daddy's going. Actually, this is going in there with my dad in it. This is the necklace I got my dad, from my dad. Oh, I'm trying to show you guys what it says. It says, God was ready, I wasn't. And on the back side, it says my dad's name, the date he was born, and the date he died. And then it's got a wing, angel ring, and then it has, I don't know if I can show this below, but I'm gonna try. His birthstone, which is December, and his favorite color is blue, so that went perfect. So I'm gonna put him in here at one point or another. And then this is gonna go in here. Maybe. I don't know if it'll fit or not. I haven't tried to put it in there because my sister told me, she's like, well, you're not gonna get enough ashes to put in an urn and in a necklace. So, oh yeah, it'll fit in there. Yep, it'll fit in there. See, it'll fit right in there. So yeah, that's the plan with my dad. I get some of his ashes. I also get a couple of his belongings. My stepmom, she has these dragon lights, which I will probably have my fiance put around my crafting room. That belonged to my dad. She has 2 blankets. One's like a personal blanket, like camping or whatnot. I don't know who's still in here, but if this is not for you, I'm sorry. So I guess here's a disclaimer. It's about me losing my bird and my dad. So yeah, that's what I've been going through. I know I haven't really done any videos or any lives recently, and I'm sorry about that. But that's what's going on with my life is I'm trying to work, and um I get to do something fun on August 20th. I went ahead and I bought tickets for Luke Bryan. He's coming in town on August 20th. And I really cannot wait until this concert. I've been wanting to see him for a while. He is my personal opinion. And yes, Garth Brooks is like king of country. Him and George Strait are very close to you know, they're, you know, they're both basically king of country. Depends on who you ask. But to me, Luke Bryan is like second to Garth Brooks. He puts on a really good show. He has a lot of energy, like Garth Brooks. And I think Garth Brooks and Luke Bryan would put each other when it comes to performing a challenge of who can perform longer or have more energy longer. But you also gotta figure out Garth Brooks is in his 50s and Luke Bryan is 45. So they're a bit different in age. So I'm pretty sure Luke Bryan would probably, I mean, he'd give, Garth Brooks would give Luke Bryan a run for his money. Guarantee you that, because that man, he is on fire from the time he hits that stage until the time he ends his concert. He's definitely a person to go see live. If you want something that's high energy and a lot of fun, go see Garth Brooks live. If I ever had the opportunity to, it would definitely be amazing. The other thing about Luke Bryan, which I have heard about, which is actually pretty exciting for me, he always, every concert he's done this year so far, he has brought on a surprise guest. Nashville, it was Morgan Wallen. He does a song called Whiskey Glasses. He brought him on. It was Morgan, one of the guys from Florida Georgia Line, and Jason Aldean. Now that was a concert to see. And then this past weekend, he brought on Jason Aldean. I don't know. Nobody knows really until the night of. Maybe the venue, my job may know the night before or that morning who the guest is. So I could probably get some, leakage information, maybe. But I kind of don't want to know until I'm seeing the concert live, who the special guest is. I'm just excited because I get to see Dylan Scott, Luke Bryan, and Runaway Jane, or June, or something like that they're called. It's a female band that is not that big yet, but they're becoming kind of big. I kind of hope, I'm either hoping it's going to be Morgan who's going to show up, or it's going to be, it would be really cool to be Cole Spindell. Because if you have not, if you don't follow country music, you don't follow Luke Bryan, you won't know this, but there is a new series out. You can find it on Prime Video, Amazon Prime Video, which is where I found it and watched the whole 5 episodes of it. It's Luke Bryan's Dirt Road Diaries. And in that, you find out he helped I can't say he's the one that made Cole Swindell big, as big as he is now, but he helped Cole Swindell find his calling. Cole Swindell, back a few years ago, started off by selling Luke Bryan's merchandise, like his T-shirts and his sweatshirts and his CDs, the stuff that's for sale at the venue, at the concert. Cole Swindell was the person that was selling it for Luke Bryan. And also, Luke Bryan and Cole Swindell, back in their college days, they played in a band together. That's how they met, was at college, and they performed together in a band back in college. I thought that was pretty cool to find out that information. And then this weekend, which I think is going to be fun and entertaining, I get to see Dave Matthews Band. Well, not see him, but I get to hear Dave Matthews Band because I'm working the concert. When you work the concert, you can't really watch, which on my break, I am going to go videotape a song and take some pictures because my brother, he's overseas right now. He's out of the US right now for the Air Force. I'm not sure if I'm not really supposed to say where he's at, but I guess it's kind of like, it's not really top secret, but it's military, so you can get in trouble for leaking information or whatever. But he's overseas right now, working for the Air Force. And back when my brother was 18, 19 years old, he had him and his girlfriend at the time, which, you know, obviously is not his girlfriend anymore. But they had tickets to go see Dave Matthews. Well, my brother went with some of his college buddies to go see Dave Matthews. Well, his friend, who was, you know, drinking and doing, you know, having fun, partying, whatever, said to my brother, well, you're the oldest, and my brother was the oldest in the group. He was 18, 19 years old. Still too young to be drinking, but that's what teenagers do, I guess, when you're away from your family and you're, you know, you're going to a concert. Of course, you know, you want to have fun, party. So he said to my brother, I want you to drive my mom's car. That way we could just ride together and go to the concert. And my brother didn't really drink back then. He still really doesn't drink much right now anyways. But he said, sure, I can do that. So my brother, not thinking, totally forgot, you know, spaced out and forgot his tickets were in his glove box in his car. So they get to the concert, and my brother was like, oh no, I forgot me and his girlfriend's tickets. He's like, I had to go back to the hotel. And they said, okay, well, just drop us off here. We'll go into the concert, and you can go get your tickets. Not a big deal. Well, on the way back from the hotel, my brother gets in one of those domino effect accidents. you know, where one person hits one person and the next person hits the next person, and so on, like a domino effect. Well, my brother did not hit the car in front of him, so he did. He's the only one in the whole situation, the whole accident, that did not get a citation. Well, his friend's mom's car was hit. The person behind him hit him, you know, not paying attention, or just, that's what happens when in a concert traffic. So my brother finally gets to the concert, and the concert is over. So he missed Dave Matthews Band live, all because of a oops, I forgot my tickets. But they kind of fixed that at my venue where I work, because we are all 100% technology now. And if you don't forget your phone, or you don't forget to charge your phone, you gotta make sure your phone is charged like 100%. You can bring like a battery pack with you or something, just to make sure that your phone doesn't die. Which, you know, is a really good idea, really. But your ticket is on your phone is your ticket, basically, at my venue now. And also at my venue, we don't take cash. You have to have a debit card or a gift card or whatnot. We don't take cash money anymore at my venue. Everything is debit card. And so on Friday or Saturday, I'm hoping I make enough money this week. Or maybe I talk my fiance into it, but I don't know. I would like to get me a sweatshirt, because I collect sweatshirts. And now I'm wearing a Foo Fighters sweatshirt, because I did a Foo Fighters concert last Tuesday, almost a week ago. I went to a Foo Fighters concert out in St. Louis, Missouri. But I collect sweatshirts, and I didn't get one on Sunday night, because, well, Saturday night I didn't get one from Jason Michael Carroll, because he wasn't selling any merchandise at the concert we were at. A few concerts, he's not selling merchandise. So I didn't get anything from that concert. Foo Fighters, I got the sweatshirt I have on. It was a pretty penny, but I like it. It's comfy. It's very warm and cozy. Friday or Saturday, I hope I can make enough money between now and then to get me a sweatshirt and get my brother a t-shirt. And give it to him when he gets back from overseas. Which I think would be really cool to give him that. I am going to, I don't know who's all in here because nobody's chatting, but I will be right back. I need to run to the bathroom. Ugh. Okay, guys, I'm back. You miss me? Whoever's still in here. Looks like I still have 3 people. Sorry about that. I had to use the restroom. Yeah, I had a pretty cool week, couple weeks. So, Rivka, are you still in here? I know if you guys left, I wouldn't mind, 'cause I'm kind of boring. Hello, you funny people. How you guys doing? 4 people are in here, and I don't know who's all in here because nobody's really talking. Talking to myself. That's okay. Alright, done with that one. This thing is very confetti heavy in this general area, which is, I guess the confetti is what makes it pretty. Makes it pretty. I think most of the line is the eyes. I'm gonna change that to blue for the eyes. It'd be awesome to do blue like AB, but I don't know. I'll have to see if I have any blue ABs. And if I have enough to do the eyes. Because my dad had blue eyes. So I may change it to blue for my daddy. 15 is what I'm looking for. Other than that, I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I don't have much of a voice because Saturday night I went and saw Jason Michael Carroll. Sunday night I was at the third Fish concert. I didn't do Friday or Saturday night because I don't remember what I was doing Friday night, but Saturday night I already had plans to go see Jason Michael Carroll up at a country nightclub that he was performing at. I already had tickets for like over a year and a half. So yeah, I had to go see that concert. A lot of people have been waiting so long to be seeing concerts again. I'm so happy that they're back, but they're talking about it being pretty short lived because apparently the count is going back up due to this new strain that's going around. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I'm told these concerts are going to be pretty short lived. My fiance's job has went back to wearing masks again. Stores around here have started selling the masks again to try to get people to get, stocked up because it's happening where about to go back to wearing a mask again, which, if you ask me, is going to be really hard to get people to go back to wearing a mask, because now we've gone 2-3 months of not wearing them. And in probably about a week to 2 weeks, I will be going and getting my vaccination. Reason why I'm waiting is because I have a concert this weekend. I have to work 2 days this weekend for a concert. Next weekend, I'm working Thursday. I'm attending a concert on Friday. I have a concert that I'm going to be working on Saturday and on Sunday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I will be working probably a concert. I'm not 100% sure because I don't have the schedule out yet. They get the schedule out like a few days ahead. They already have the schedule out for Dave Matthews. I work Friday and Saturday night. I usually don't get home until 1:32 in the morning from the concerts, because they go until at least 11 or 11:30, and then it takes us an hour to 2 hours to clean up the mess, to clean up all the beer cans and the food and everything that the fans have left behind. So it takes us a minute to get everything cleaned up and ready for the following night. So we have to do that when all the fans leave. I guess Saturday night at the Fish concert, Saturday and Sunday. Well, Saturday night, fans didn't leave the venue until like 1:30 in the morning. So they didn't have to do the lawn because a few of the fans refused to leave. And then I guess Friday night, they end up being there until like almost 2 in the morning cleaning up the lawn. The lawn at Fish is a disaster. The lawn after Jimmy Buffett was pretty crazy. Pretty much the lawn after any concert has been pretty bad. The only one I thought was not too bad was, I think it was Black Crowes. It wasn't too bad. Yes, it was bad, but I mean, it wasn't like, it didn't take us a very long time to clean it up. Brad Paisley, that lawn was covered in beer cans. So it wasn't too bad, really. You just had to take a recycling bag and throw all the cans in the recycling. For Fish, most of the garbage was glow sticks. And really, technically speaking, glow sticks were not allowed in our venue. Get that one. They were not allowed in, but most of the garbage was glow sticks. Somebody snuck them in. Somebody had fun sneaking in a bunch of glow sticks. I don't see why you can't have glow sticks, but from what I've been told, they are a fire hazard. I don't see how they are. Maybe the material in the glow stick that makes it glow the liquid in the glow stick might be flammable, I guess. I've never tried to set a glow stick on fire, and I don't intend in setting a glow stick on fire to see if it's flammable. So I really don't know. I know you shouldn't try to crack one open and get it on your skin because it can make you break out. And plus, it'll make you glow. I guess. I don't really know because I've never, like I said, I've never done that. I'm probably gonna be getting off here soon. I've been on here for an hour. It's 2:30 in the morning here in Indiana. I was gonna try to finish this section, but like I said, it's confetti heavy. So I don't know if I'll be able to finish it or not. It'd be nice to finish it. And I have another section over here on the opposite side by his nose that needs to be finished. Which I probably won't do tonight because I'm getting tired. I'll probably finish it some other time. Like I said, I'm also working on Afternoon Tea by Randall Spangler. So yeah, that's what's going on with me. I just wanted to do a little live to let people know that I'm still here and I'm still doing YouTube tomorrow and Thursday. Tomorrow after 3 o'clock, I could probably do the whip chat. I don't know if it'll be an hour one or how long the whip chat will be, but just to let people know that didn't see the live, that I'm still alive, and I may do my whip chat with this painting, or I may do it with afternoon tea. I don't really know. I don't really want to move the computer into my crafting room, so I'll probably just pull this one out, work on this one while I chit chat with you guys. You guys know how I'm doing. It'll probably be the same content as this live. We'll see how much room I have on my phone. Like I said, I don't know what the plans are tomorrow. Wednesday, my fiance is off work, so we may not be home. I don't know if he wants to go do something or, get out of the house for a little bit. I don't really 100% know. I do know that on Thursday it's going to be kind of hard on me. I'm going to my mom's. I got to pay her some money that she loaned me about a week ago. She loaned me some money so I could go to St. Louis, and also it helped with me getting gas and getting some food in the house. So I had to pay her back on Thursday, and I'm taking her stuff for the bird. Like I said, it's gonna be probably kind of hard because that bird was that was her See, me and my sister both don't have any children of our own, two-legged children. So our pets, our animals, are basically my mom's grandkids. So basically, my mom lost a feathered grandkid. And I don't know how she feels about Clementine, but me personally, Clementine was kind of like my mom's kid. My mom took care of him. My mom loved him. My mom spoiled him. Always made sure he had food. Always made sure he had his cage was clean. Made sure he had everything he possibly needed or wanted. Christmas would come along. My mom would buy him new toys and spoil him. And she always she always talked to him and sang to him. She would go into um the covered back porch, the sunroom is what you call it here, the sunroom. She would go out in the sunroom and she would pull out her guitar and perform and sing and practice songs that she was writing. And he would always be that's where he stayed, was in practically right by, if not in, the sunroom. And he would start squawking and singing along with my mom. My mom's dog, Hobbs, would always mess with the bird before I took custody of the bird. My mom moved to an apartment and she's like, well, we won't have room and I think it's time for you to step up and take care of your bird. And I said, okay, my fiance was really not on board with it. He was like, well, he's gonna be noisy, and my fiance has issues with loud squawking, squeaking noises because of having concussions, so they can hurt his head, make his head hurt. Well, where I'm sitting is where my fiance would always sit, and the bird is sitting right behind where would have been sitting behind where I'm sitting right now. So when he was playing music or a video or playing on the computer in any way, Clementine would start squeaking, squawking, singing, making noise. And it would get, sometimes he would get really like loud, Clementine would. And it would kind of irritate my fiance because he's trying to listen to music or trying to, relax and watch watch YouTube or something. But now that Clementine is gone, my fiance actually misses him. He says, I miss having a bird. So after I'm done with the concert venue and I get my health taken care of, my dental health taken care of, I'm gonna get a full-time job or two part-time jobs, something like that. I have to figure that out. I'm going to get my bills under control. And after I get all of that done, get that under control, I'm going to save up and I'm going to get me another bird. It may be Christmas before I get another bird. It may be my birthday. I may tell my family, instead of buying me gifts for my birthday, come together and get me another bird. I want another, I don't know, I either want a cockatiel or I would love to have a macaw. Macaws are so much, they're bigger and more expensive to care for, but they can actually talk. So Amy just just get me a cockatiel or a cockatoo. A cockatoo would be really cool. And I believe the cage behind me is big enough for a cockatoo. I actually have, if you guys are interested, just let me know and I can send you the link. I actually have a contribution Amazon list. It's not a wish list, it's just a contribution. I mean, you can put as much money towards an item that you want to help me with. One of them is a bird cage. It's a brand new bird cage. I think it may be a little bit bigger than the one I have behind me. It's almost paid for, I believe. So if you wanted to help me with that, that would be awesome. If you don't, just know I'm not trying to push anybody to do anything they don't want to do. But I am going to end this. I think I'm done with dummy painting for the moment. I am tired. I am not feeling good. Miss Aunt Flo decided to come visit me, and I'm not feeling the greatest. So I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.